Today, we're diving into a topic that many CEOs and executives struggle with. The word is delegation. Hello there, and welcome back, leaders. Francois here. The real reason CEOs often find it so hard to delegate, and more importantly, how to overcome this challenge. If you're a leader who finds yourself taking on too much or struggling to trust others with key responsibilities, then this message is for you. Let me ask you, how often do you find yourself thinking, it'll be quicker if I just do it myself? Or maybe you worry that no one else will get it right, so you hold on to the task that you could pass on. Sounds familiar? I was guilty of that more often than I dare to admit. The truth is, many CEOs and leaders struggle to delegate, not because they lack capable teams, but because of underlying doubts and insecurities. See, you might worry that delegating will dilute the quality of work, or that if something goes wrong, it'll reflect poorly on you. As a woman in leadership, you may feel the pressure to prove yourself constantly, which makes it even harder to let go of control. These thoughts, while understandable, often create an unsustainable workload and a sense of total overwhelm. You end up feeling like you're carrying the entire company on your back, and that is tough to handle. Why do some managers have difficulty delegating authority? It usually boils down to trusting others to deliver the same level of excellence that you expect of yourself. Yet, here's the reality. Delegation is not a sign of weakness. I'll say that again. Delegation is not a sign of weakness. It's a strategic move that allows you to lead more effectively. In effect, it actually is liberating. When you don't delegate, you sort of limit both your own growth and the growth of your team, and ultimately, the company's bottom line. You end up stuck in the weeds, unable to focus on the big picture vision that a leader like you is meant to drive. How do you overcome the difficulty of delegating tasks? Good question. First, it's important to recognize that delegation doesn't mean handing off control entirely. It's about sharing responsibility with people you trust while still guiding them toward the desired outcome. You are needed. The key is in building that trust and communicating clearly. Delegate lower stakes tasks that build confidence in your team's abilities, and they prove themselves, and the more they do, you'll find it easier to let go of more significant tasks. See delegation as a way to empower others, not just as a mean to lighten your load. It's about lifting everybody up together. I understand that letting go can feel risky. You've worked so hard to get where you are, and the last thing you want is to see things all fall apart. But by holding on too tightly, you're preventing your team from growing and stepping up. And you're preventing yourself from having the time and the space you need to lead with vision, strategy, and creativity. Imagine what it would feel like to trust your team fully, to delegate confidently, knowing that they will handle things just as well, if not better than you could. Imagine the relief of freeing up your time to focus on what truly matters. If you're finding it hard to delegate, you don't have to face this challenge alone. Sometimes what's really needed is a confidential conversation to explore why this struggle exists and why at its core and how you can absolutely overcome it. I've helped many CEOs and leaders unlock this door. And it's not about giving up control. It's about stepping into a new level of leadership. It's the next level. Reach out. Let's have that conversation, and together we can work through what's holding you back from actually delegating with confidence so that your team can take on even bigger challenges with confidence because they feel you trust them. And that goes a long way. If you're ready to unlock the power of delegation, let's talk. reach out for a confidential conversation. This is Francois Lupien. Make it a great day.